on the second night of a back-to-back against this same Blue Jackets squad at home. After the Leafs dominated yesterday, winning 3-0 in Columbus, you're thinking, okay, let's build on that. Let's have another good game today, right? You love to see so. And after the first 20 minutes, you thought you were going to see it again. Willie Nylander unassisted, but is that really unassisted? I swear someone passed it up to him. Yeah, it was Kerfoot and Yarncroc. I don't know what the score app was saying when I was writing these down. And beautiful pass from Kerfoot all the way up to the blue line to Nylander, who comes in and rips it top shelf on the goaltender. And he beats him right inside here, kind of that weird gray area for goaltenders where it's next to impossible to make a stop. And that was only at 2:39 of the first period. You're up less than 5 minutes in. Then Michael Bunting wires on a beautiful shot from in close, assisted by Mitch Marner at 10:40. And midway through the first period, the Leafs are winning 2-0. They're feeling great. No one's selling because they're playing a bad team and they're doing what they're supposed to do. And then after one period of play, shots are 11-4 in favor of the Leafs. It's just like, hey, let's play this next 40 minutes. Let's come away with a W. Well, that did not happen in the second and third periods. Less than 5 minutes in, Boone Jenner scores. And I'm like, that's kind of tough. Puck's bouncing around at a bunch of feet. Boone Jenner finds it and just wires it from right in the slot. And it beats Joseph Woll. Then Marchenko scores 15:01 in, and I can't remember which goal that was, but there was two of them. Two of the four, I believe it was the Marchenko and the Reilly goal that I didn't like from Joseph Woll, especially that Reilly goal. I think the Marchenko one was a backhand on. Was it from Boone Jenner? Was it Boone Jenner? Yeah, Boone Jenner, who backhands it on, and Joseph Woll just kind of kicks it right to the middle of the ice. I mean, it's the last place you want that puck going. Goes right to the middle of the ice, and Marchenko buries it at 15:01. And we are tied at 2. And you're thinking, well, let's just get into the intermission, tied 2-2, regroup, and come out in the third. Puck gets fired on. It's stopped by Joseph Woll. There's a couple sticks in tight to him, but he can't freeze the puck. And it comes loose, and former Boston Bruin Sean Reilly buries one. And it makes it 3-2 Columbus after 2 periods of play. That goal is at 16:58. And the shots on goal in the second period, after allowing 4 in the first period, the Leafs allow 21 shots in the second. They only get 10. You lose the period 3-0, and you're trailing heading into the third. Not what you want, but you have a power play to start the third. Well, Morgan Reilly off a beautiful feed from Mitch Marner in front. Nylander gets it from behind the net, centers it, and it looks like Marner's taking all shot. He's right in front of the slot. Clearly Merzlikins is thinking shot, and Reilly's kind of a little bit closer to the back post there, right? Maybe, yeah. No, it's just below the circle, I guess. Yeah. And Marner just passes it to him. He's got a wide open cage. And Morgan Reilly buries his first power play goal of the season, his second on the year. Marner and Nylander grab assists on the goal at $1:20, and we are tied. Great. But 4 minutes after that, I think Sillinger fires one on, and it goes off a stick of Kent Johnson and in at 5:46 of the third period, and they get the lead back 4-3. They review it to see if it was a high stick. I thought it was really close, but it looked like it hit the shaft of the stick, not the blade. So if it hit the blade, then it's high stick, but it hit the shaft, so it was kind of that gray area. The initial call was a goal, so I didn't think there was enough evidence to overturn it, and you now trail 4-3. And you're thinking, right? Well, the Leafs got to fire every puck on possible because they got to try and find a way to tie this game. They get outshot 15-8 in the third period. The Leafs get outshot 36-18. They get doubled up in shots in the second and third period, and you lose 4-3 to Columbus. Now, I mentioned that over this 5-game stretch, you want to win 4 games, right? You do, or obviously you want to win 5, but winning 5 in a row, no matter who you're facing, is not easy. So I said, let's win 4. Well, now you got to win the last 3. You got to beat Chicago twice, and you got to beat Montreal. But this game was frustrating because you had the 2-0 lead. You had a great first period, and part of me believes that the Leafs said, we're up 2-0. This team can't score. We've shut them out for 4 consecutive periods. we're feeling great now. Let's settle down. Let's just chill out a bit and then be all good. Well, you got outplayed like crazy in the second and third period, and you blew the lead and you lost. Joseph Woll, 4 goals on 40 shots. Again, after the first period, I thought it was going to be an easy night for him. It changed really quickly, and I thought overall he was good. He made the saves he was supposed to make, but those couple, the Marchenko just kicking it to the middle of the ice, and the Reilly just not being able to smother that puck and have it come loose, and just, that's tough. Those are really tough, because you're leading 2-1 at that point, and those 2 goals just bang, bang, less than 2 minutes apart, and you're trailing 3-2. That's been the thing with Ilya Samsonov. He has not allowed the bad goals, and the Leafs don't really give up the dangerous chances. So he's made the stops, and he's looked good. But those couple goals from Joseph Woll tonight, they definitely stick out a bit. But overall, you can't blame him 100% because the Leafs team overall just kind of stunk in the second and third periods. Key players, Nylander had a 2-point night, a goal and assist. Mitch Marner, 2 assists. Shots on goal for the game were 40-29 in favor of Columbus. You lose by 11 in shots after you won the first period by 7. It just they held 21 shots in one period to the worst team in the NHL. That just can't happen. But we've learned with this team year in, year out, they play down to their opponents, right? And I want to find actually the stats of Columbus, and I want to see where they rank in shots on goal. Shooting percentage, no. Do they not have shots on goal? There, shots on goal. 28. 28th in the NHL. They average less than 30 shots a game. They got 40 tonight. Special teams wise, they had 4 power plays, did not score on any. The Leafs only had the 1. They did bury on it early in that third period. And look, I'm going to tell you something about Michael Bunting, guys. And I love Bunts, like we all do, right? Love the energy, love the passion. But the way he has embellished in years past and shown officials up in the past, where he gets dragged down and he points at an official like, you got that? Yes, you do, or you don't. He's just showing them up. So, if you're an official, that whistle's going to go away a bit, and it's going to be more lenient. Hence why we see today, I mean, my goodness, the way he got hauled down in the corner, right? There was a few different instances where there should have been calls. They are penalties, but it's because it's Michael Bunting, they get a little bit more leeway. And I don't like that. If it's a penalty, it's a penalty. But if you've built up that rep of showing up an official, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt. Put yourself in any workplace, right? Let's say you're a coworker, right? Or you're a boss of somebody. And one of your coworkers is just being a real rat, right? A real pain. Are you going to go out of your way to help that guy? No, of course not. The officials aren't doing it here. And it sucks because they're actually penalties that are not getting called because of it, which I don't like, but it's unfortunate. It really is. Now, you move on from this game. You have to, right? I mean, as much as I'm upset and I've let it all fly in the video, you got to move on. Next game is on Wednesday. My God, they've had so much time off, right? They have a day off tomorrow for Super Bowl Sunday. And by the way, let me know in the comments. Who do you got for tomorrow's Super Bowl? Let me know your picks. They're off Monday. They're off Tuesday. And then they come back Wednesday at Scotiabank Arena against the Chicago Blackhawks. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. But the Leafs need to do a better job of playing a full 60 and not playing down to their opponents. Because, yeah, it looked pretty good after one period. But you cannot take your foot off the gas. Because any team in the NHL can come back and beat you. This is very evident of that because this is statistically the worst team in hockey. And they did it to you today. We obviously know Samsonov's going to get that start, though, against Chicago. So you move on from it, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the ending to this game, smack the like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? See Twitter and Instagram links are down below. So follow up, send me a DM. Do that great stuff. The Discord link is down below as well. So follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys. Raptors edition. They play tomorrow at 3 o'clock against the Detroit Pistons at Scotiabank Arena. We'll see what happens there after yesterday's debacle. And as for the Leafs, like we talked about, they're back in action on Wednesday as they host the Chicago Blackhawks at Scotiabank Arena at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, all right? So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the first period today. We'll talk to you guys then.